Apparently, I guess you have a warrant?
For what?
I'm not sure.
For voter stuff, man.
For voters.
It's what it is. I think the agents with FDLE talked to you last week about some voter fraud, voter stuff, when you weren't supposed to be voting, maybe.
I didn't.
So
What are they talking about?
that's
man?
what we're not the case agents, but what you got to do, they have reduced your bond quite a bit. It's 2 felony charges for voter fraud, but they've reduced it to $500 bonds. So it's $1,000 total.
Oh my God, man! What
so, Yes, sir. So unfortunately, right now we're gonna have to take you to jail, but you got a bond right away. You don't have to go to first appearance, nothing like that. So
a bond? I didn't do it.
Okay. So, ma'am, we have a warrant for your arrest.
For what?
For voter fraud.
Good, how are you, sir?
Right?
Oh my God, hold on.
Wait.
Let me tell my husband.
We're telling him he's right here.
Right here. So if you could put your hands on your back, please.
Oh my God.
In Florida, Governor Ron DeSantis has attempted to deflect unfounded claims of voter fraud via the Republican megaphone to arrest these citizens.
I'm like, voter fraud? I voted, but I ain't commit no fraud.
Well, so that's the thing. I don't know exactly what happened with it, but you do have a warrant. That's what it's for. Okay.
Oh my God. We're here to go vote or whatever comes out and done my time.
Yep.
I was here.
But the warrant was just made yesterday, so
The guys talked to me 2 weeks ago.
yeah, I know. I don't know, ma'am. I honestly couldn't tell you. Okay. So I got to do some paperwork, and the quicker I can get the paperwork done, the quicker I can get you there. Okay.
hey, unfortunately, you got a warrant out. Okay.
Warrant?
Yes, sir. Want to put your hands behind your back for me?
Well, no, but no one ever really explained all that much to me. I told the guys when they came out here that I was at the driver's license place getting my new driver's license. Yeah. The guy there asked me, he says, hey, can you vote? He says, hey, are you ready to vote? I said, no, I'm a convicted felon. I'm pretty sure I can. He goes, well, are you still on probation? I said, no. I got off probation like a month ago. He goes, well, then you can probably vote. Hey, just fill out the form, and if you can vote, then they'll give you a card. If you can't vote, then you won't. And I'm like, all right.
Here's the backstory via the fine reporting of the Tampa Bay Times. Body-worn camera footage recorded by local police captured the confusion and outrage of Hillsborough County residents who found themselves in handcuffs for casting a ballot following investigations by Governor Ron DeSantis' new Office of Election Crimes and Security. The August 18th arrests, conducted hours before DeSantis called a news conference to tout his crackdown on alleged voter fraud, were carried out by state police officers accompanied by local law enforcement. Of the 19 people arrested, 12 were registered as Democrats and at least 13 are black, the Times/Herald found. Ramona Oliver, 55 years old, was about to leave for work when police walked up her driveway at 6:52 a.m. and told her they had a warrant for her arrest. These folks are accused of violating a state law that doesn't allow people convicted of murder or felony sex offenses to automatically be able to vote after they complete their sentence. A 2018 state constitutional amendment that restored the right to vote to many felons excluded this group. But as the videos further support, the amendment and subsequent actions by state lawmakers caused mass confusion about who was eligible, and the state's voter registration forms offer no clarity. They only require a potential voter to swear, under penalty of perjury, that they're not a felon, or if they are, that their rights have been restored. The forms do not clarify that those with murder convictions don't get automatic restoration of their rights. In what was described by opponents as a pay-to-vote scheme, DeSantis signed a law in 2019 that prevented this restoration from taking place until the individual had paid off all court-ordered fines. The bill overcame legal challenges, but its caveats and implementation caused confusion amongst those looking to take advantage of their newly restored rights. Florida's election law requires that the intent to commit fraud be established in cases accusing voters of committing fraud, provide a viable avenue for those charged to defend themselves. However, the nature of the arrests indicate that DeSantis' task force is more focused on individual intimidation rather than tamping down voter fraud or investigating systemic electoral misconduct. In May, elderly residents of a Miami public housing building reported that they had been duped by GOP canvassers into changing their voter registration from Democrat to Republican following the 2020 election. Members of the heavily Republican retirement community, the Villages, pled guilty to having attempted to vote twice in favor of Donald Trump. With the midterm elections approaching, some prominent Republican candidates have already hinted at their intent to challenge any result other than a win for themselves, and some are bound to fall back on unfounded allegations of voter fraud to make their claims. Under DeSantis' model of election security, systemic malfeasance is far less likely to be punished than a voter registration error.